Hey, how's it going, everybody? So today I'm just making this quick video to share with you guys how I'm catching continuation trades and pretty much trades using the signal sniper, but without taking the signals pretty much. So as you can see here, it called the signal here, but my entry was right here. So even before it called the signal, and the reason I entered is this indicator here at the bottom, this is how it looks if it's zoomed out, but if you zoom in, so it's between this top supply zone and this demand zone right here at the bottom. So, and then you see these green dots right here. So if it's green dots, that means it's bullish. If it's red dots, it means it's bearish. So as you can see here, the market shift bullish, and if we go back to the past, that's what I was pretty much looking for. So another good entry would have been right here. This is when I started looking at the market around this area. So we were pretty much consolidating here, so I didn't take any entries here. I would have if price was pushing down, but it didn't push down. So I was waiting for a little push down here. These entries right here at the bottom would not be good because stop loss would be way too big. 73 pips, ticks. That's a little too much for me. So like a better entry would be, say it turned red right here, so it was green and turned red. I'd wait a bit because what I want to look for is continuation. So look, it turned green right here. So if it pushed up on the next candle, then maybe I would have taken a buy. But then if you look at the next candle, it turned red again, green, and then red. And then if you waited one more candle, this could have been a good entry right here because it was a decent push compared to these other candles. And then see it pushed again right here. This could have been another sell right here, and stop loss would have been just above right here, so about 25 ticks. And, you know, you could have got your 20 ticks, or you could have held it a little longer. That's how you could have entered that one. And I like to keep my stop losses pretty much tighter. So even this trade right here, this one right here could have been a decent one. See, it's 26 ticks, so that's good compared to this one right here at the very bottom where it's 75 ticks. So this one I entered right here, I got my 20 ticks right here, and you know, we got a buy here, so it's like, you know what, let me take it. I entered here, but I closed right here, which there's no reason for me to close. I just ended up closing here. So then I ended up entering again right here, and then took it out right here. And then right here, this one was like a losing trade right here, but you know, very small stop loss, because you can see I got it in at 202 right here, and I got out at 198.25. What, 15 ticks. So see how small that was. And then this one right here, I took a buy right here, you can see, and it was before the signal as well. I took a buy right here, and I took it out right here, and then I took another entry right here, and then I took it out right here. But you can see the green dots are also forming green dots right here, so we're bullish, so those would be good ones. And then right here it turns bearish, and then this one would have been a good signal right here. I got distracted though because I was going to look for continuation, so this candle wasn't enough to go for continuation to the downside because it's pretty much a doji. So it's like I'm looking for a little bit more momentum than that. And then these candles, it went back to green, but it wasn't like a bigger push down. And then this one, it pretty much crossed back down, and it pretty much broke these three candles right here, or these two right here. But then, you know, price went as low, price went below these four candles right here. So then that would have been a good entry right here, but I didn't get it until right here because I got a little distracted. But you can see that one was a win. So I got five winning trades and 2 losing trades. This one was a losing trade right here, and then this one was which this one shouldn't even be considered a losing trade, but it was just a losing trade for me because I ended up cutting my losses too short on that one. And that's pretty much how I'm catching these trades. And let me show you another one, because I also did this on gold, so you guys can see. See, here's my entry right there. Just waiting for this indicator to load. Okay, let me zoom in, and you can see I thought we were about to go bullish right here, but the candle didn't go up, it turned bearish. So I was like, okay, so we're still bearish, so let me wait for the next candle. And then the candle closed right here at 27.0, so entered right there, my hit my TP right here, and then yeah, call the sell signal right there. But again, I took this trade, and again I cut my losses cut my losses early too short, because then this one was a winning trade. But yeah, you can see that. And oh yeah, let me show you M&Q right now real quick. And so this is the trade I took right here, and there was another trade I wanted to take, which was this one right here, and stop loss probably would have been like 30, around here, 35, 30 ticks. But but we're at the EMA, we're sitting at the EMA, so I didn't want to take it, but that one would have been decent. And we just got a buy signal. You can see the green dots are forming right here, so I'm gonna take it. Just waiting for the candle to close. Closed. All right, taking it. I feel like a good stop loss on this one would be right here, below the wave, pretty much. So like right here, if I give it a little breathing room, maybe right here or something to me, that's probably where I'll keep it at. And it's about 19 ticks, sure, I'll leave it right there. So sometimes with these signals too, it's like it'll be up here and it'll be so far from the wave. When it does that, when it's too far from the wave, then I put my stop loss set and I keep it at 50 ticks. However, if we get a sell signal and it's 50 ticks, like 50 ticks is up here, sometimes I'll just put my stop loss, right here, right above the wave or below it, and just to keep it a little bit smaller, the stop losses. But if it's if the sell signal happens like over here or something right here, then I would keep my stop loss at 50 or something, and then aim for the 20 ticks. It's looking good. We just need some more momentum, but it is Asian session right now, so there's not really too much momentum going on right now. There was some good right here, so this one was a good one. Imagine if I held this one all the way down to at least the 200 EMA, but it's all good. So let me give you guys some more examples. So let's start from right here or something. So it turns red, and then but we're still green here, so maybe you wouldn't take that sell. And then right here when it turns red, and you can see where this is also red right here, So that's like an extra confirmation. So you could sell right here, and your stop loss would be right here, 36, between 30 to 36. And if you want to be a little more safer, 48. And, you know, you could buy your 20 ticks right there, and then wait for the next one. Or you could even held it a little longer. You know, that went down to like 54. Take profit. Let's see what happened. Oh, hit my stop loss. And it might even be a winning trade though, because you know that's what I've been doing with my stop loss, but it has been hitting it there. But we'll see what happens. You know, I don't want to lose the full 50 ticks, so it's fine. I'm gonna have to take it again. It kind of sucks because it wasn't a losing trade. I just my stop loss, you know, I moved it. I didn't give it enough breathing room, pretty much. But it's all good. Easily make that back. And TP was hit around right there, so maybe I'll just take it right there. Yeah, I'll do it. Close it right there. Yeah, that one was a winning trade. It was just on my end, I cut my losses too short again. Yeah, hopefully that helps you guys out. You know, this is just a different method if you want to take trades without using the waiting on the signal thing. See, like, 'cause sometimes it doesn't call a signal, but you know, you see your bearish dots right here, they're red, and say you sell right here, this would be a good spot to sell because it's bearish, and you can see this green, it's pretty much heading down. And sometimes too, like if you took it right here, this line is still green, but it's near the top of that supply zone, or yeah, I think that's what's called, supply. And so I mean, you could have sold right here. That would have been a good one right there. And even when it turned the green dots right here, you can see that it was red, but it's coming up from the red too. So you know, this could have been a good entry here too. Here, any of these, I guess, you know, would have been decent. But as long as you the entry is like stays above this green wave, you know, as long as it's above the green wave. But yeah, so we got another trade right here. I want to talk about these ones. So you can see I got an entry right here, simply because we're trending down. Oh, hit TP. We're trending down, and you can see it called the sell signal right here. A good one could have been this candle right here, because you can see a red dot right here, red dot, and then this is also a red line. So you know, downtrend, and you know, it hit this. It broke down the 200 EMA as well, so that could have been a good entry right there. I seen the sell signal right here, and I actually got in on this signal. I mean, before the signal happened, and it hit my TP right here. You can see that. I got in at 69, and it said to get in at 67, so I got in a little bit before that, and then you know, hit my TP, and then because of the signal, you know, I decided to get in again, so I took another entry because of the signal, and you know, it retraced did retrace a good amount. It almost took me out, but it didn't. And then hit my TP right here. And when we were already up here and I seen it pushing back down, I entered another position because it's pretty close to this, and my stop loss would be right here, so 22 ticks, and TP was right here, so that one I actually got a good amount, like 50, 45, 50 ticks. I'm not sure, something like that. But yeah, those are the two other positions I added right there. So that's 1, 2, 3 wins. Let's see, 3 wins, 4. This one was a winning trade, but like I said, I closed it too early. It's 4, 5 winning trades, 6, 7, 8, 9 winning trades, and this one was a losing, this one was a losing, and then that other one I told you that I closed too early was a losing trade. So technically it was, only one loss because the other 2 trades I ended up closing too early, cutting my losses too short.